how is this a breakthrough? So the conceptualization and the implementation of the vaccine for poliomyelitis was a breakthrough because this epidemic of polio has swept the world for pretty much all of documented history, with no medical prevention available until this vaccination. Notable scientists, Enders and Sabin, were wary of Salk's idea for the vaccine because up until then, normally people were only using attenuated viruses, which is a weakened virus, but it's still alive. And Salk's idea was to use a completely killed vaccine. And so, despite this disbelief surrounding the possible polio vaccine, Salk was awarded a scholarship and was able to finalize and introduce a vaccine for public use in 1955. And so this success was an exceptional example of Salk's ability to apply his knowledge of viruses to the threatening circumstances of polio, and this really helped him in analyzing, evaluating, and eventually creating a successful vaccine that was going to prevent the death and paralyzation of thousands of human beings. Just a little example of Bloom's taxonomy for you. So when Salk's vaccine was first implemented, and then later Albert Sabin's vaccine was implemented, 99% of the disease was eradicated, and it no longer exists in the U.S. So some research has, ourworldandData.com actually, has found that as of 2017, only 3 countries still have people who are contracting polio, and people think that this is most likely because there are groups in those countries that believe that these vaccinations are just a trick into getting their population sterilized. So there's always been this sense of disbelief, first around that it was possible, and then that it actually works. This was really emphasized by the Qatar incident, which will be talked about later. But after this vaccine, it saved thousands and thousands of people from being paralyzed and in their legs or their arms, or from dying. So definitely an important breakthrough to analyze.